Shalom. I like to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, taught me this truth, and salutations to the Akim around the four corners, preaching this word with truth and sincerity. Just coming back in the spirit and theme of prophecy. We'll speak about a little bit about Hurricane Milton and the state of Florida and how they pushing unlawful decrees on the state of Florida while these natural disasters is taking place. So I got a news article and made a short video, and I'm going to play it. And Lord's willing, this will be edifying. Matter of fact. Yeah. This is from Fox News. It says Florida sheriff issues warning for authorities enforcing homeless crackdown. It says new Florida law is one of the strictest anti-homelessness measures in the nation and bans camping on streets, sidewalks, and in parks. And let me see if this video will play, if it has anything to do with.
Your access awaits with City Entertainment. With your City Card, you can purchase pre-sale tickets, enjoy exclusive experiences, and VIP events to create unforgettable moments.
You know they always got
Get ready to
ads.
experience amazing entertainment.
Damn ads.
Unlock the excitement now. Your access awaits with your City Card. Visit cityentertainment.com to learn more.
Well, I think the law is necessary because some jurisdictions may not have the infrastructure or support. So I applaud the law. But we've got to be careful. When we implement this, it's designed so that government really doesn't set up housing camps because that part of it is very onerous. Well, the reality is we have a lot of homeless shelters that help those that want help. And we're not going to allow the county jail to become the de facto homeless camp. I've worked with all the police chiefs and all of our providers in the private world, and our goal is to work together to offer services. So I don't think this law is going to have any great effect on us the way we operate in this county anyway. I personally go out and walk through homeless camps and talk to the homeless people. And what I hear overwhelmingly is we want food, clothing, and shelter, but we don't want to go into homes. We don't want to go into organized places. We just want to be left alone. So our challenge is, where do they go other than homeless organized shelters? And there's not enough space for all of them if they wanted to go or if we wanted them to be there. And the reality of it is, we look for people who are allowing these folks to stay on their property, and we support that. But once again, this law was created specifically to avoid people from sleeping on park benches, to laying around on sidewalks, and I certainly support that law. But I'm also a big advocate to help the homeless. And it comes down to the lowest common denominator with me. I open up my Bible and it tells me clearly I'm to help those less fortunate. So in this county, I'm excited to tell you, I would love to have not one homeless person.
Hold on. There go Esau again. Talking about he opened up his Bible. Man. That reminds me of Psalms 50 and 16, I believe. But it's thou to do to declare my statutes, that thou should take my covenant in thy mouth.
But most of our homeless that want some kind of shelter and housing, we can provide it. Many of them don't want organized shelter. They just want food, clothing, and to be left alone. And we go out like in the wintertime and make sure they have quilts and blankets. We make sure they have tents. We make sure that they have access to food. So we're doing the best that we can, but this law is not going to create a de facto homeless camp in the jail. I don't think it'll make the situation worse if it's appropriately managed. What they want to do, with good reason, is to get homeless people off of the sidewalks. And that's important because our family, our children, our wife, our husband, our significant other has the right to walk down a sidewalk without having to step over or walk around a homeless person that's decided to set up camp in the middle of the sidewalk. That's a quality of life issue for everyone. And because you don't want to live in housing, and because you don't want to work and live like the rest of America, it doesn't give you the right to lay around in the public parks, lay on the benches.
Oh, it's buffering. Let me see.
Down a sidewalk without having to step over or walk around a homeless person that's decided to set up camp in the middle of the sidewalk. That's a quality of life issue for everyone. And because you don't want to live in housing, and because you don't want to work and live like the rest of America, it doesn't give you the right to lay around in the public parks, lay on the benches.
Yeah, well, you get the gist of it. Let me read a little bit of this. Tough on crime, Polk County Sheriff Grady Judge tells Fox News Digital that a new Florida law prohibiting homeless people from sleeping outside will increase the quality of life for regular people by clearing sidewalks and public places of homeless people who clog up these areas and make them unsavory. However, homeless advocates say the law may put unhoused people in danger by driving them away from urban areas with critical services and potentially making them vulnerable to predators. The new law, one of the strictest anti-homelessness measures in the nation, came into effect last week and bans camping on streets, sidewalks, and in parks. Local governments are required to offer temporary housing to the homeless, where individuals will be prohibited from using drugs. They may also be offered substance abuse and mental health treatment. The judge said the law needs to strike the right balance between providing safety for residents walking the streets while at the same time helping those in need. He said that while he's empathetic to the circumstances of homeless people, it doesn't give some of them the right to block sidewalks. I mean, I believe it's because of capitalism. That's this country is built on capitalism and fascism. You know, business. They're just strictly about business. They're not about helping the homeless people. If they would give them jobs. You heard like the guy said, if you don't want to work, they've been if he's been checking the status quo, there's been job layoffs by the hundreds of thousands. There's no jobs in America now, and businesses are leaving. I mean, well, you get the gist of it. And then let me see. I might as well get that precept I was calling for, that I quoted. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 50, verse 16. But unto the wicked the Most High saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction, and castest my words behind thee. Yeah, that just like when you go into the courtroom, they make you swear on the Bible, and then they put it behind them. So like the Lord is saying, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing to declare my statutes? Matter of fact, let me get that in the NLT. Yeah, here you go. There's Psalms 50 and 16 in the NLT. But the Most High says to the wicked, why bother reciting my decrees or pretending to obey my covenant? For you refuse my discipline and treat my words like trash. Yeah, and that's what Esau does. Esau doesn't respect the laws of the covenant, the law, statutes, and commandments. He makes his own laws. And then even when he makes his own laws, he doesn't follow those. He makes loopholes so he can move around them. You know, Esau being in rulership is hell, man. The book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Yeah, and then as you can see, people are mourning right now. Read that in the NLT. When the godly are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked are in power, they groan. Yeah, and the people are groaning right now. People are mourning and groaning. Moaning and groaning. Which shows you that the wicked are in authority. And it's a shame. But this had to take place so we can understand wickedness, so we can appreciate righteousness. You know? Let me get one more before I go to the next article. There's the book of Psalms chapter 94, verse 20. It says, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? Yeah, and read that in the NLT. Can unjust leaders claim that the Most High is on their side? Leaders who decrees permit injustice? Yeah, and that's really injustice. The people can't. They don't have a job. They can't fit the homeless people in the homeless shelters, and then they put a law saying they can't camp in parks and sit on benches or sidewalks. So basically, they're pushing the homeless people out of the city. You know, that's mischief. That's why we need the Lord Yahweh. That's why we need Yahweh to send Yahweh Shai back ASAP. So people can deal in right. So people can have righteousness ruling over them. Starting with Yahweh Shai, and then King David, and then the 144,000. You know, the governing body. But I got another. Let me see. This has to do with tornadoes.
And you could even be, oh, what is that? Wow. Tornado on the ground. Tornado. About to cross.
It says video shows tornado across Florida interstate as Hurricane Milton approaches.
I-75, according to the National Weather Service, approaching I-75. That's the one in the Big Cypress Reservation area. And this is a second one over here.
It is holding up. That was like down near Weston initially, and now it's it's west of Coral Springs and Tamarack. You know, wow, that is really holding up. Continuing to track, and you can see it's moving from the south to the north, and look how fast this moves. Look at this. This is a picture-perfect funnel cloud, Vanessa.
I'm just amazed.
I'm amazed, too, that we're on here. Well, I'm not amazed because here's the thing. It's an enhanced risk of tornadoes, Vanessa.
It's just so impressive to see this live on camera right now. I know it's not in our viewing area, but it is going to get closer to our inland areas of Palm Beach County. This is the tornado.
This is a tornadic cell right here that we're looking at.
Yep. As you can see, as you saw, that was a tornado passing through Florida. I forgot what they said, what county it was in. And you got another video here. A tornado sweeps over a bridge during meteorologist live report. I'm not going to play it though. But as you can see, all of these events are happening to let you know the Lord is coming back soon. Yep, the Lord is visiting this place. It's the book of Isaiah chapter 29, verse 6. It says, "Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire." And you see, it's written the Lord is written in all caps. So I'd let you know that's the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. He's visiting this place, and he's judging it accordingly. Because of all of the wickedness that Babylon has, aka America, has done. And rightfully so, it gets judged this way. This place needs to go. Because of all the wickedness and the atrocities that it has caused to the children of Israel, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Let me get one more precept, and then I'm going to close. Is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9. Matter of fact, let me start at chapter 8. Chapter 8, verse 63. "Behold, O Lord, now hast thou showed me the multitude of the wonders which thou wilt begin to do in these last times. But at what time thou hast not showed me." Verse 2 Ezra 9:1. "He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made." Yeah, and As you can see in the signs, that the Lord is visiting this place. You got the crime going up. You got lawlessness going up. Homelessness going up. The natural disasters that's coming, like Hurricane John and Hurricane Helene, Hurricane Milton coming. These tornadoes, these typhoons, these monsoons, these tsunamis, all around the world. You know, you can clearly see if your spiritual eye has been opened. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Yeah, like it tells you in Isaiah, I believe it's Isaiah the 46th chapter, the Lord declared the end from the beginning. This place is almost out of here, and it's a beautiful thing. Verse 5, for like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. And manifest means crystal clear. As this is as evident, we're at the end of this man's system. Like it says in 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So, it's beautiful. We are at the end of Esau's system, and the Lord is slowly but surely bringing them down. And it's happening. It's people, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. You know? And it's not tarrying. Everything is coming to pass, like the Lord said it would. So all we got to do is continue to watch and pray and warn the people. So, Lord's willing, you was edified. Till next time, say shalom to the elect.